So hello and welcome again to yet another video on my YouTube channel. So today we will talk about the few very interesting motorcycles which was shown at EICMA by Hero Motorcorp. The first one is the new Xpulse 210. Why I am talking about Xpulse 210 on a Karizma 210? Because they both share the same engine, and I have already owned the Xpulse 200 2V for almost 2.5 years, and I can clearly say that that is a very uh, good and very easy going motorcycle for anyone who is beginning or starting his off-road riding or is trying to hit the trails for the very first time. So what the Xpulse 210 going to bring on the table is a new and bigger and a more powerful engine, and with that it will be bringing switchable ABS modes, better brakes. The brakes on the 2V or the 4V were already very good. They use centered brake pad by Nissan, and what else is there? There will be no kick on the 210. The 200 2V and the 4V both used to have kicks, but the 210 will not have any kickstarter because it's the same engine, and the engine will be liquid cooled for sure. Around the same power it will generate like the Karizma 210. It's around 24.6 bhp or 25. You can say that 25 PS, and same amount of torque also. Uh, the older one used to produce somewhere around 19 bhp, and it was a very tractable engine. The It was very smooth in the low to mid range RPM, but it got unrefined when you hit the top of the RPM range. But this engine is slightly opposite. In the lower RPM, on the lower RPM, it is slightly unrefined. But when we try to go on the higher range, say after 4 to 5,000 RPM, this engine gets refined. And plus, this is liquid cooled engine, so it heats less. Many owners have complained on the Xpulse 200 that their motorcycle heats up very much. I have never experienced in 2.5 years of my ownership of that motorcycle. I have done a small amount of trail riding and off-road riding. I never made any video of it because I didn't have that good camera that time. So that was a really fun bike. But the weight is also up because there is uh, engine is heavy, and the liquid cooling system, bigger plumbing system, and a bigger radiator is there. So it's around 15-16 kg heavier than the Xpulse 200. Uh, but the important thing is that both the motorcycle Xpulse 200 and the Xpulse 210 both will sell alongside each other. So I'm again saying, if you are starting your off-road riding or you trying to buy your first motorcycle for the trails, then Xpulse 200 is still a better motorcycle because it is lighter, no jhanjat of liquid cooling, no tanta of you falling down and breaking the radiator and damaging the cooling system on your first trail ride. So if I am in the market for my first trail motorcycle or first off-road motorcycle, then I would definitely pick the older Gen Xpulse 200 4V, because on trails we don't need that much power. That motorcycle is more oriented, the 210 is more oriented towards riding on the highway, open highways, whereas the 200 lakhs, it is limited to the highway top speed. But this engine, it can easily do triple digit speed. It can easily carry on the Karizma. It can easily carry 140, 135 easily all day long. And on the Xpulse, I don't know how much speed it will be carrying because that's a tall motorcycle and there will be a higher amount of wind blast on that motorcycle too. So again, but you have to see your purpose. If you are in the market for the Xpulse, first you have to see why are you buying it for. If you only want to ride on good roads, like on the highway or in the city, then I would say buy something like a Karizma or any other brand which come with a tubeless setup. Because for everyday riding, living with a tube tire is little bit cumbersome now. Because I have experienced it myself. I used to carry the whole tube tire puncture repair kit with me whenever I go to ride on my Xpulse, so that I can fix the puncture fix the tube puncture on my own, because finding a repair shop that deals in a tube puncture repair is very hard nowadays. Even in Delhi, if I give you an example of my home, I have to travel for at least 2.5 kilometers away from my home to get the tube puncture fixed. No shop near my home deals in tube puncture repair, because they simply say, sir, this tire has a disc, we will not open it, or they simply don't have the mechanics or the stuff needs to fix the tube puncture. But tubeless is a state of affix. Just take out the puncture, the nail or the foreign object, and plug the puncture with the plug. That's it. That's it. But if you are looking for only a trail specific motorcycle and a off-road specific motorcycle, then you can go for Xpulse. But if you are intended to only do touring on it, then it should be, in my opinion, it should be coming with a tubeless setup. So I would say it's a very good motorcycle. The Xpulse is definitely, it will bring a lot on table with a more powerful engine, liquid cooling, better brakes, and a new TFT display, 4.2 inches TFT display. Turn by time navigation will be there. If they can provide the screencasting or the mirroring or the Android Auto, something like that on the table, on the offer, then it will be a win-win situation for the owner. But I am not just scaring you with the fact of the tubeless tire and the tube tire, but it is very, even if you know how to fix the tube puncture, it will take a longer time. So for my example, why I sold my Xpulse, because I stopped going on the trails and doing off-road riding. I go to work at 3:30 a.m. or 4 a.m. in the night, after midnight. So it is really dark. So I experienced puncture couple of times in that time only. So I got late because of that puncture, because I didn't find any shop who can fix that puncture in the night time, the tube puncture. Every shop which was open for 24 hours, they refused that, sir, we don't fix on tube tire puncture, or they simply said that, sir, our nulki will not fix on your valve, so we cannot fill air. So one time I only on my own, I opened the tire wheel and I gave it to him. I said, pipe, please fix it. I don't have the fixing stuff with me, or give me the stuff. I give me the patches, I will fix it up. But they simply refused. So I have to put the wheel back on the bike. I went to my work in the puncture condition, and then I rode back home by lying flat on the tank, so that no load on the rear wheel which is punctured. So, so it is tough. So then I came back home, I opened the tire and I fixed the puncture on my own. So if you are going to buy a motorcycle, any motorcycle with a tube tire setup, then you should know how to fix a tube tire puncture. You cannot rely on a third party for that. It is simple. So, so the Xpulse 200 is a very good motorcycle. Xpulse 210 is even better package. It will be more refined, not more refined, more powerful. It will give you long legs on highway. But be ready to fix the tube puncture on your own. And putting in something like a puncture prevention gel, that anti-puncture liquid, is not helpful, because if you put something like that in your tire, it will make the wheel balancing off. Your wheel will, you might probably face wheel wobbling issue and something else, and it also causes corrosion in the rims from the inside, and it can also block your valve, the air filling valve, the puncture anti-puncture liquid. So I don't recommend that. I have never used it. I have used it only one time, and I have faced a blocked valve due to that. So I don't recommend it anymore. Even my friend who deals in a tire business, he never recommended me that. So I learned to fix tube punctures on my Royal Enfield, on my Electra, and then on my Interceptor also. I did on the Interceptor. It was very hard to do, but on the Xpulse it was not hard to do. But uh, just I just want you to learn to fix the tube puncture on your own if you are going to buy an Xpulse or any motorcycle which comes with a tube tire setup. So if we don't consider if the tube tire is not your problem, not your issue, then you could simply go ahead and buy the Xpulse scooter. It is a very good motorcycle. It will probably be around 1,70,000 or 1,80,000 at showroom. Then the on-road price would be same what I paid for this Karizma. When I bought it in April 2024, I paid around 2,10,000 on the road in Delhi, no loan, cash down. So the Xpulse 210 will be same. And the other motorcycle which Hero has shown, the updated Hero Karizma 210, which comes with a USD setup and probably a different TFT setup. I hope that they will remove the automatic light sensor and they bring in the switch for the headlight, because that automatic light sensor is not very effective. It keeps the headlight on for the all time, and it is already a very good handling motorcycle, one of the best handling motorcycle in the class. And the USD setup, the upside down fork setup, will make it even better. I have ridden it on the curves also and on the highway also. I have by now I have ridden it close to 3,700 kilometers. I ride it every day for 14 kilometers inside the city. Inside the city, I get around 34-35 kilometers per liter, and on the highway, it can easily return me 40 kilometers, plus 40 plus kilometers. So the Xpulse210 can also return you the same mileage, the 40 kpl plus. So then the new 250 Karizma, the Karizma 250, that is a bigger engine for sure and more powerful, and it comes with bigger brakes, bigger tire, and bigger USD setup. The gold USD one, that looks very tempting, and a bigger TFT display also. So very interesting motorcycles coming in all the way from Hero, our own Hero, manufactured in India. So we'll talk about the other motorcycle. If you like this video, do let me know in the comment. I will make another video on this topic, because if I touch on the new Karizma and the Karizma XMR 210 with the USD with this current Karizma comparison, then the video will be lengthy, will increase in length. So I hope to see you in the next video.